Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kurt Kaiser.
And I'm Rachel Reagan. Lubbock County's leaders were scheduled to vote on the property tax rate, but it didn't happen. In what could be a trendsetter around the state to keep taxes low, two commissioners made a statement without saying a thing. They weren't even there.
Our Tori McGee has why they say this move was in the best interest of taxpayers.
You're probably wondering why Commissioner C and I are not in court right now.
No show, no vote. That's a strategy for Commissioners Jason Corley and Chad C.
Which means your taxes don't go up.
State law mandates 4 members of the court must be present to set the county's property tax rate.
We were able to go ahead and adopt the budget with the amendments that would lower it to the effective tax rate. However, because of they're choosing not to be here and participate, we could not adopt the effective tax rate.
The effective rate generates the same revenue from properties on the appraisal rolls both last year and this year. Each year, local governments must set a rate, different from how sales or income tax rates are implemented. Last year's property tax rate expires. A new one must be adopted by the start of the new fiscal year. What some call a flat rate means setting the same rate as last year, but in this instance would lead to a larger bill on average because of increased appraisals. Commissioner C says not showing up to Monday's meeting guarantees citizens won't face a tax hike. He and Corley say they don't trust the court process.
The last budget that was filed with the county clerk's office was filed with the flat rate, not the effective rate. After we'd all agreed on that Thursday to vote in the effective rate. So, the proof is in the pudding.
Corley says they received another budget showing the revenue an effective rate would generate, but he says that rate could be amended from the dais.
The way they agreed with stuff today, they had no choice. They had to do it. So instead of fight about it, they could just go along with it, and then if we attend the next meeting and decide that they want to do a budget amendment then we're back to square one.
The two commissioners say they'll show up to the next meeting on the 23rd on one condition: written assurances from the other commissioners that they'll vote for the effective rate.
If not, we'll just plan on not being present and watching the effective rate and it get rolled in automatically.
I do like the budget that was proposed that we had all agreed upon with the effective rate. I think it's a good budget. I just did not trust this county commissioners court, with all 5 of us being there, that we could get that done.
What's left now is to wait, they say, and continue working, preparing for next year. If a tax rate is not adopted by the end of this month, it'll automatically revert to the effective rate. With senior photojournalist Andrew Wood, Tori McGee, Fox 34, News at 9.
Well, 4 votes were needed for that tax vote. A quorum of 3 members is needed for other business. Commissioners were able to set the November 5th election. You'll be voting for 10 constitutional amendments, among them a ban on a state income tax. The proposal came up last session while lawmakers trying to fix property taxes and school finance. Others include tax exemptions for property damaged by natural disasters and pushing for more money for cancer research. There will also be a special election for the mayor of Slayton. If you are eligible to vote in last year's midterm, you'll be eligible to vote in this election. The last day to register is October 7th. Early voting will be the last 2 weeks of October.